Alright, let's look at this graph area between two curves. We got a sine function and another sine function. One is 2 sine x, the other one is the sine of 2x. So two completely different functions, and I've labeled one f and one g, and this is what the area that we're looking for looks like. It's the gray region between those two curves. So we've got our starting point is 0, our stopping point at pi. So that's going to be our limits of integration here. So we're going to go from 0 to pi, and this area is going to be the upper function, which we can see here is 2 sine x, minus the lower function. So just imagine as I move from 0 to pi, this is a, this is just a number that's going to go between 0 and pi. The gap between those, which you can see there by that green line, that difference, no matter where I am, how long is that line? It's wherever I am on this y value minus wherever I am down here on this y value. That's how long it is. And just, you know, let me put it on like a whole number. So like 1, right? 1 minus, let's say that that's like, I don't know, 3/4, just to have some numbers. 1 minus negative 3/4. That's 1 plus 3/4. It's 1. That's 3/4. So the whole thing's 1 3/4. How do you get a distance on a number line? A vertical distance. You just subtract the y values. So that's why we're subtracting the upper function minus the lower function when we're setting up our definite interval. All right. So antiderivative of 2 sine x is negative 2 cosine x, right? And then minus antiderivative of sine of 2x is negative, but I'll make it a plus, 1/2 cosine 2x. All right, again, you can always take the derivative of that to check to make sure it's right. We're going to plug in pi, we're going to plug in 0. All right, we're plugging in pi for each of these x's. So when I do that, I'm going to get negative 2 times the cosine of pi, all right, plus 1/2 the cosine of 2 pi. All right, and then I subtract, plugging in the bottom number. So minus, I'll plug in the bottom number, I'll have negative 2 cosine of 0 plus 1/2 cosine of 2 times 0 is still the cosine of 0. All right, look on the unit circle. Cosine is the x-coordinate of the point at pi radians. We've rotated all the way around to the negative side of the x-axis. Negative 1 is the x-coordinate. So the cosine of pi is negative 1. The cosine of 2 pi, that is all the way around back to where we started. The cosine there is positive 1. Minus, same thing, cosine of 0 is the same as the cosine of 2 pi. That'll be minus and negative will be plus 2 times 1. And then minus, we're distributing this minus sign through. That's how I got that negative. Here I'll have a minus 1/2. Cosine of 0 again is 1. So I have a negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2, plus 1/2, plus 2, minus 1/2. So my halves will cancel, and I end up with a... Okay, I can also integrate this with Desmos. Int 0 on the bottom, pi on the top. You just write pi for pi, and then put a parentheses. You'll need a parentheses here. 2, well, I've already labeled them f and g. I can just do f of x. I need a parentheses though. F of x minus g of x, and then put a dx at the end. And it's a good way to check it, especially if it comes out to be a nice whole number like that.